somebody was talking about standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. And I said, do you stand in your home? I'll bet you don't. I'll almost bet my house that you don't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance when you're at home in your living room getting ready to watch the Super Bowl. And this person says, you going to bet your starter house? Like, that's a fucking insult that we're still in our starter house. Were you trying to insult me with that stupid comment? Yes, we have been in this home for 20 years. 20 years as of February 2025. We moved in February of 05. This is our starter home, and I'm going to leave this motherfucker feet first. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it a hovel, a shack, a starter home, whatever. It's my home. It is the house in which I raised 3 children. It's the house in which we've hosted numerous events to celebrate all manner of things in life with our extended family. The door jamb to this office has the markings of all 3 of the kids that were raised in this house and their heights as they went along throughout the years. And every time that I have the painters come in and paint, I refuse to let them paint over that door jamb because those are my memories of my family here in my starter home. I can tell you exactly where I was in the house when my daughter Lily accidentally headbutted me on a Sunday afternoon and broke my glasses. I can tell you exactly where my daughter Magnolia used to try and sneak out of the house. I can tell you where my wife twisted her ankle and fell down, because we've got a lot of memories in this house. And you may view it as just a starter house. To me, it's our home. To me, this is a structure that has 20 years worth of memories for my family. And as somebody who didn't have that kind of stability growing up, as somebody who bounced around a little bit as a child, and even though he had a stretch of time when he lived in one house, he never went to school in that house. I went to school where my grandparents lived. It's a long explanation. As somebody that didn't get to enjoy that kind of stability, I am damn proud that we have provided that kind of stability for my kids. I can go past a number of houses and say I lived there from this time to this time, and we lived there from this time to this time, and I lived there for a couple of years, and I lived there for a year. My kids can drive past this house and go, that's where I was raised. That's where I was raised. Not that's one of the places where I was raised. That's where I was raised. And now that my kids are growing up and leaving the nest, and I'm talking about the kids that I raised, not the daughter that I didn't raise. Long story on that one. Go see the albums on my TikTok page. But now that we've gotten to the point where they're moving out, and one of them lives with her boyfriend a couple hours away, and the other one's at school most of the time, they can come back home and have a meal or sit and visit in the house that they grew up with. And while it seemed like a tiny little shack of a house to them growing up, and it doesn't have the foyer, and we don't have an official dining room or a second floor, we don't have some of the nice things that some of their friends have, now that they're adults and they come back here to visit, the nostalgia of the house hits them. Yeah, you know what? There's nothing wrong with this house. This is the house we grew up in. So yeah, if I'm ever going to bet my house, which I'm not, but if I'm ever going to bet my house, it would be my starter house, because we've never moved up to a second house. And in doing so, we've been able to afford a level of financial security that we couldn't have afforded had we just kept moving up and up and up and up every time our pay went up and up and up. My aunt did the same thing. My mother's sister did the same thing. Bought a starter house, never left it. Lived a very comfortable life financially, just kept fixing up the things that they needed to fix up at the starter house, and never went for that second house, never went for the bigger house. I don't need more room. I don't need more bedrooms. I don't need a master bathroom I can land a helicopter in. I just need my little 1,400 square foot single story home that's chock full of all of the memories of my family. come up with a better insult.